Hello, hello, hello. Okay. Quick test. Alright, this is just a test screen, so if you catch this, sorry. Yeah, it's only gonna go a little bit. Alright. Let's have a look. Alright, so. Yes, that looks much better. I just need to. Damn it, you gonna focus? There we go. Oh, yeah, dude, that looks so much better. He doesn't look all squashed anymore. Alright. So. Oh, it's so confusing, like, trying to move it. Alright. This is, like, literally one of my favorite fucking models, too. This guy alone cost me $100. So, like, because, like, he's a rare model from the Space Marines mystery box, and he was like literally the only one I needed. And like there was a dude in Australia who got him and was selling him on eBay, and I was just like, yeah, fuck this, I'm just getting it, fuck it, I really want it. So yeah, so I'm just gonna test out how like streaming this is gonna go. It might be super clunky, sorry, just because like, yeah, I've never done this, so yeah. So all I'm gonna do is, so I'm literally just gonna clean it up because of like all these new methods that I do. So basically, I'm just gonna go over all of the Macragge blue with some Calgar. But the thing is, this is a super what's it gonna focus? So this is a super unorthodox method that I do. So what I do is essentially, don't forget to shake the absolute shit out of it. So this is what I do. I just get the base paint, the base or whatever, just a shitty little brush, okay? Take just a little dab, and I actually put it in water. Then I go over it, so it's like, okay, so this is where the sun would be hitting it. So I just go over it. And what it does is it just sort of gives the armor like this sort of weathered down sort of look, but it also really just gets in and gives off this sort of natural highlight, which is super cool. And like, I figured this out ages ago. Like last year. I can't remember exactly how I figured it out, but because I did the whole edge highlight thing, and you know, like, I do get why people do edge highlights. I really do, because it does look good on certain models and everything, and if you can do it, then like fuck yeah, you know, and if you do it, fucking oath. But the thing is, I just didn't like it, you know? I just really didn't like it. Like, I just thought it made my models just look super basic, super plain, and yeah, just really wasn't a fan of it. And then yeah, when I moved into my current place, I got a whole pack of Primaris Reavers, and like I made them look really fucking cool, and I was like, man, I just want these guys to just look fucking just absolutely sick, just like absolutely dope. And you know, I tried the whole like, because I wanted to do the whole like, yeah, like the shading sort of thing, but I didn't want to do, yeah, so I like painted it on, but then I watered it down, and I was like, huh, okay, and then I just straight up chucked it in water. And so like at the moment, if it fucking wants to focus, so as you can see, like it's super wet, you know, but the thing is, once that dries, it just looks fucking awesome, dude. It just gives it like a really weathered sort of look. And I just love the whole, like, weathered, like, you've actually been in battle sort of look. Like, I can understand, like, having, like, a really clean paint and everything like that, and, you know, I get it, man, but I don't know, like, I just like that whole, like, just super gritty, you know? Like, they're in battle, you know what I mean? Like, especially this dude, man, you know? Like, he's standing on top of a fucking destroyed fucking, like, building, essentially, you know? Like, come on. But, you know, to each their own. You know, and I mean, that's one of the major things of why, like, I've been really scared. Like, I've always wanted to, like, you know, stream it, because I don't know, I find it cool, just, you know, watching people stream their paints and everything, because it's where, like, you know, you learn shit, you know, like, you learn how to do, you know, different methods, little tiny things that you never even thought of, you know? And, like, I don't know, it's just relaxing, man, you know? Just super fucking relaxing. But, yeah, like, one of the main reasons why I haven't done it, it's been because, like, because I post all of my shit on Reddit, and, like, whenever I do something really different, like, fuck, man, like, not even different, like, you just make do with what you have, sort of a thing. Like, fuck, man, people can be fucking assholes, hey, like, dude. Like, this one time, like, I got this model, and I was actually super stoked with it. Like, I did blood and everything, like, because he was, like, this dude, and he had this, like, big fucking shield, and I was like, okay, well, you know, I want to do it so it's like, you know, he's been battering people, like, down with his shield, and, like, you know, just fucking knocking them over and just fucking killing them and shit like that, you know. And, like, I ended up finishing it, you know, and I was like, wow, actually, the blood actually looks, like, super legit, and, like, fuck yeah, like, I was super, super proud of it, you know. And some dude, like, because a couple of people were like, yeah, man, like, it's pretty good, especially, like, because, you know, it's your first time doing Edge highlights, and I was like, oh, fuck yeah, like, you know, genuinely feeling good about myself. And this one dude, I remember waking up the next day, and, like, I checked it, and I was like, oh, yeah, got a couple upvotes, like, yeah, that's cool. Oh, someone commented on it, alright, cool. And this dude's commented, like, oh, is that red paint, like, for the blood? And he's like, oh, this is just sacrilege, it's just absolute hobby sacrilege. And I was like, the fuck? And, like, he just made me feel like pure fucking shit over, like, yeah, like, just the tiniest little fucking thing. And I was just like, what the fuck, dude? And I think I ended up deleting that fucking mini from it. Like, I don't know, just because it got, like, because his comment got so many upvotes, and I was just like, what the fuck, dude? Like, that's so stupid, you know, like, and, like, and there's this YouTuber I follow for, like, all this sort of shit, Midwinter Minis, and, like, he's fucking an awesome painter, like he does, like, really, like, intense paint jobs, but he also, like, will do paint jobs, like, in the sense of, I just want to get the things on the table, you know, and, like, yeah, and he does it unorthodox as well, and that kind of inspired me to just, you know, fuck it, just do it. Alright, so I just did, like, all the, oh, fuck me, come on, no, you're not gonna, there we go. Alright, so I know what you're thinking, Cameron, looks really rough, and yes, you were right. It does look pretty rough in a lot of spots, alright? But then, what we need to do now is So one thing that I really like to do, is, so obviously he's been out on the battlefield and shit like that. I actually really like to just take the feet and just sort of go like up them with Raka flesh, because that's what I use for all my bases and shit. Like as you can kind of see, like around there's a whole bunch of Raka flesh color. But this is where it kind of gets tricky, especially, and it gets me so fucking nervous because you can't use too much when you're redoing a mini, you know? Because it's one thing to do it when you're doing a completely new mini, but when you're fucking going over an old one, especially an old one that you're a real big fan of, you don't want to get too much of this shit, you know? You just kind of want to just get enough so that it just leaves like the tiniest little mark, you know? So maybe just wet it down a little bit. You know, he's been in the trenches and shit, you know, fucking, there's mud and all that sort of crap all over his fucking boots and his, you know, his feet and everything. So yeah, you know, and like that's one of the reasons why I like doing the whole, you know, gritty sort of look, you know, because like when you're doing the bases and you're just doing the paint for the bases, like it doesn't matter how like rough you are. See, like, I'm not sure if that'll come on focus. See how like it sort of makes it look like he's, you know, just going into like he's been stomping around, like all that sort of shit. But like you water it down just that little tiny bit. Now I just got to do like one more leg. That's all I do. I do the legs and I do a little bit of the cape. It's just it's just the one you gotta fucking concentrate like real fucking good, because you don't want to fuck it up. Like what I'll probably end up fucking doing. I chose a hell of a model to test out my mini painting stream on, you know. But yeah, as I was talking about that Midwinter's mini guy, like I just love how like you can watch him and like he'll do this fucking absolutely amazing fucking paint job, you know what I mean? Like he puts all his time and fucking effort into it, you know? But then you can look at some of his other ones that he uses for his like actual gaming and shit, and they are like simple. And that's the thing, man, I love simple paints, you know, like, because sometimes they're the most fucking effective, hey? Like, you don't have to go all out with it. Like, you know, if you want to go all out with it, like, fucking oath, like, go for it. Especially, like, you know, if you do plan on, playing with said all out ones, you know, fucking oath, man. But at the same time, it's like what a lot of people on Reddit say, you know, simple gets it on the table, simple gets it on the battlefield, you know, like, and at the end of the day, if you just want to play the game, like, that's all that really matters. So I've just done I've done like the inner pauldron and shit. and I'm just doing like his cape, just sort of just doing like a little bit of dirt, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to go like too overboard, because I'm trying to do the whole, like, he hasn't even really been in the battlefield, you know what I mean? Like, because he's just, yeah, he's killed a couple, like, fucking heretics, or he's killed a couple Xenos or whatever. But it's like just the very few that come up and make it to him, you know? But yeah, just, there's a lot of just, yeah, watering down and, yeah, just a lot of that sort of shit. I need to go a bit less on the watered down. Just start to bring in a bit more of the actual paint. Yeah, there we go. It's a bit better. Just go along the edges and everything. Make it just look just that little bit dirty and everything. Alright. I think that should do for like all the grot and rhymes. There we go. Yeah, so he's looking a lot better. So yeah, I've done like a little bit on the inside, just a little bit, but it's mostly the grots on the back. So I painted this like well and truly over a year ago. Well and truly. So what I might do is, because there's just a couple like little spots, like where, you know, just because of my inexperience, I've just rushed it. You know? So I'll just fix up like a couple little spots, fix up like the little McCrag blue and, yeah, like just the tiniest little dots. I'm going to use I have a favorite brush. Like I just use the GW shit. So I'm just, my favorite brush is this one, just because it's I just find it's like super sharp, you know, and I love my sharp brushes. Like, my sharp brushes are like the difference between a good paint and a shit paint, I find. But yeah, so I get like real steady with it, you know. But yeah, so if I just, where's that one little bit? Yeah, so it's like a little bit there. It's just they've like missed. And I remember around the time when I painted this guy, because like, I don't know, like I didn't have a proper space to paint. I just sort of had the kitchen table and that was it, and that frustrated me like a lot, because it just wasn't comfortable. It wasn't, I don't know, it just wasn't really good. And yeah, so I used to rush a lot of my minis, which is never good. It's never good to rush. You know, like I remember there was one time, because I'm not a big fan of doing heaps at once. You know, like I kind of like to just, you know, focus on one. Sorry, I'm really concentrating. Yeah, focus on one at once and just, yeah. But this day I was like, no, I just want to hurry up and get them fucking over and done with, sort of a thing. And I ended up like, yeah, like just rushing it like super hardcore. Like I didn't give a shit about like how the pauldrons ended up. I didn't give a shit how like the weapons looked. I didn't even give a shit about the ultramarine iconography. I don't know how the fuck you pronounce that. But yeah, and I like super rushed it. I just super rushed it. And I remember just looking at them when I finished, and I was just like, what the fuck? It looks so shit. And it fucking like just sucked looking at it, especially because some of them were just super cool models. Like one of them was the Space Marine Lieutenant, and I remember that was like one I was like super like just really keen on, you know. And yeah, no, it just sucked in the end because of that. And I was just like, oh man. And I just hated looking at it. But ever since like I've sort of, you know, gotten my mojo in the past like year sort of a thing, like you know, I've gone over some older models and yeah, you know, just fix them up. Okay. You probably can't really see it, but like, yeah, he's I've just fixed like a couple of just little spots. So that's pretty much it for like the colors and shit like that. So what I normally do is like once you know, I'll have like a quick another little like gaze or something like that. So just a bit of hang on. So this is why I always double check, because you'll see like you just see these like little tiny things, like you'll never ever see them, you know what I mean? Like you'll never ever see them. But just knowing that it's there is just super frustrating. So it's like there's literally like they're like tiny little fucking dots. You'd say, oh, hey, what's up? I see you caught me on my little test stream. This honestly lasted a lot longer than what I thought. like yeah, there was like, oh, fucking, come on. Focus, damn you. Focus. It sucks when you have to test shit, hey? Like, doing this little test too. And just see that little like chin strap fucking bit? Yeah, there's a little bit of gold. But yeah, I fixed it. Alright. Now it's time for like my favorite fucking bit. So we're gonna use just some shade. This shit, like honestly, this is my favorite part. This is my absolute favorite part because it turns like an okay model into an amazing model, and it just like any doubts in your mind, you're just like, okay, it looks good now. Yeah, I need to put that on my wish list. Actually, I really do. I have a whole bunch of shit on my wish list at the moment. Like, I went through and had a bit of a suss on like shit. It's like, all right, so he's already, like, when I first did him, he was shaded and everything. Actually, you know what, I'm gonna give it another really good shade. I'm just paranoid, because with these shades, you really gotta shake them, or else you get like a real wet sort of vibe. But once so what I'll do is I'll just go over the base. So just start from the bottom. Even though, like, yeah, it's even though it's a bit like already been done and shit in the past, it won't hurt. Just kind of got to make sure I don't really, you know, go over too much shit that I've already gone over. But just make sure that we get all those little light bits. I think I got everything. It actually, like, I don't know, like, I just feel like anything with a creepy woman in it, or at least I think it was a woman, it looked like a woman, it's just like, nope. Instant nope. Like, you could get this, like, big buff, like, monster dude, and it's just like, okay. Oh, she hasn't even showed up yet. Fuck. Oh, God. Do I even want to know what the fucking other monster is? That sounds absolutely fucking terrifying. Alright. So we're just going, yup. So just go in and around. I try to just do the cape in a lot of spots, just so, you know, it's just fucking done, you know, fucking. I remember this was a push-made model. The ambiance just really getting to you. Well, I mean, hey, at least you know it's doing its job and you're getting your money's worth. Alright, so yeah, even just going over that that like mud, just like it just changes everything. Even just going over the mud. Alright. Now, I always try to leave like the head and shit for last, because I just get so nervous about like the head and the helmet and shit, because I just feel like, you know, it's like, it's the heart of the guy, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, I know like you're gonna look at like fucking everything, but at the end of the day, like, it's their face, man, you know, like, you want their face to look fucking good. Okay. And then I go, yep. A little bit more. Go to the arms. Go underneath to the other arm. I'll read that in a sec. Go back over. Oh, I just realized it has like a little spot for like if I want to make it look like more fancy. Oh, I never made a hole. Damn it. And then just go over the weapon. And now just got to do the backpack. It's a bit too much. It's looking a bit more legit now. Oh, I'm like shaking. It's not a good sign, I'm shaking in my boots. I'm not wearing any boots, haha. Okay. Alright, don't. Maybe I'll just, okay. Just for safe measures. Alright. just nice, and then bam, I scream, and it's not even my end game. Can't scare you if you can't see it. So it's like a nighttime, daytime sort of thing, and like during the day you gotta like hunt and gather or something. Yeah, you feel pretty badass. Alright, so alright, just so he's looking a bit dark at the moment in terms of like the armor and everything, but give it about what 10-15 or something, and it should, yeah. So you can even see like even on the base, like it's just getting that like a little bit more intense. And the shit thing is, now I'm gonna have to go over all the fucking brown shit down the bottom again, which sucks. But yeah, so even like on the back, where I've added just that little bit of dirt, like just along the cape. It's sort of gathering there. I didn't realise that. But yeah, just on the back where, yeah, there was just that little bit of dirt. Come on. Come on. Focus. Focus, damn you. Focus. Focus. Why are you not focusing? Why you know? There you go. There we go. Yeah, so it just makes that like little bit of a difference. It's already starting to dry just that little bit. But and you can really see where it like sort of gathers up, and gotta like really check on it every now and then. Yeah, maybe even just with a dry brush, just sort of like go over it. Even as I'm speaking, it's literally drying. Yeah, that's right. But like this is what I mean when I say like that oil just changes everything. Like his skin looks more legit now, like, and like I love darker skin with this sort of paint. Like, it's super cool. It's just the most annoying part is waiting for like the little bits in there to dry, because it's like it's just so compact in there. It's like, no, I don't want to dry, fuck you. And then like you get paranoid because it's like it is so compact in there. It's like, I don't want you to, look gross. What are you doing? Okay. Yeah, excellent. But now I think there's only a couple more things that you really got to do, and that is, so I have another shade. I'll shake it before I shake the shit out of it. So it's the exact same thing, but gloss. So yeah, I don't use a lot of this because I really don't like, shiny things. Yeah, and I've made a couple mistakes in the past where like I've used this instead of the normal earth shade. But my favorite use for this now is like for doing around the feet, just because then it literally looks like he has been stomping around, and I just feel like super proud. Oh, that's okay. That's why, because it's the wrong one. There you go. And we just need like the tiniest little bit. And you just got to go over where you've done all like the little bits of mud. You don't have to be like super precise. You can be as messy as you want, really. I mean that's what I do. I'm super messy when it comes to like all the gloss and shit. And you just got to make sure you don't forget the cape. And normally what I do is like because I usually just like make the bases that they're just covered in dirt or whatever. But I'll just go around and find like some deep little spots on the base, and I'll just go over it with the gloss, just so it's still got that earthy tone, but it just sort of looks like maybe there's just a bit of a puddle there or something like that. There we go. And just go over the sides, go over that. Don't forget to do the bottom. Don't forget to do the other side as well. Yep. And then I love bots. Yay. Yay, thank you, bots. Whoa, easy followers. Yes, thank you. All you have to do is eat my ass. Please, I'm begging you. I'll give you followers, I swear to God. Alright. Yeah, it's like pretty much drying now. So I'm just going over like the sides. Oh, it's not focusing. Why aren't you focusing? There we go. So I'm just kind of like going over like all the little bits of ground that aren't elevated, just so it like adds that little bit of shine. And it's pretty much dried already, but you can sort of see like around his feet now he's got that real sort of shine to it. And I just think that looks really fucking cool. And even on the what do you call it, around the base now, even in the cracks, the blue's like shining off onto the ground. Now I believe the sword is dry. So and then here's another little unorthodox thing that I use. This is one of my favorite paints. It's called a so it's a technical paint called Nighthaunt Gloom, and yeah, it definitely does give it texture. Yeah, that's why I love it so much. This one's more so used for like Age of Sigmar, like fantasy Warhammer, like the ghosts and everything. So normally like you'd shake it the hell up and it would mix in and just give this like cool little, sort of like what's on the bottom sort of feel, but it's more of a liquid because of that, of a bluey sort of tone. But what I sort of do is, it's sort of like a little life hack, and I just sort of, tip it a little bit, very slowly, open it up, and there should be just that blue residue, because that's all we want for the Space Marines power sword. So we turn it from nope, nope, you don't want it. So it goes from that like sort of grey, steel to a sort of energy sort of look. And because we didn't shake it, it's going to be super, super glossy. I'm concentrating so much. And I can't forget about the other side. And I must remember to breathe. and do all like the points and the sides. And there we go. Alright, so shut that before I forget. Now it's sort of like, so it's drying, so obviously it doesn't look too flash hot at the moment. But it definitely does give off that sort of energy sword vibe. So once that dries, it should be a bit more of a, what do you call it? Like, give off that real steely sort of colour. Normally I use a different colour when I'm painting like swords and shit. But like I said, this is a model from back when I first started, but like I was sort of getting like right into it. And I wanted to do like more advanced and like really take my time in, because this guy was like one of the rarest models I had, and like, you know, it cost me a fair bit. I really wanted him to look good. So, I mean, if I didn't have to fix up the bottom bit there, normally I'd say, okay, I'm done. But, I mean, sorry, I don't have one more thing to do. It's just the drying, you know, the drying's what, like, honestly, because I usually like to, usually when I paint, I usually like to do it, like, obviously, on a day off, or when I have the next day off, or whatever, and paint during the day, just because, like, because usually, like, I'll paint, and it's like, oh, okay, I can actually go and have lunch or do what I gotta do or whatever, and then by the time I come back it's like, yeah, it's dry, like, sick. Alright, so I just literally, like, the base, I don't even really care about the actual side, the base. Oh my god, the focus is horrible. Okay, so yeah, just use Mornfang, just brown. Just brown. Just gotta make sure I don't touch any wet bits. And I just use me a medium brush, just because it's like, look how absolutely, it's not gonna work, is it? Come on. See how absolutely munted this brush is. It is absolutely munted. But honestly, this is one of my favorite brushes. Yeah, no, I feel that. Like, it is so just yuck. It is so yuck. But this is what I use when, like, I've got to just do the... It has been very, very, very abused. Like, so I use it just for doing my shades, and I also use it for the bases because I just don't give a shit. You just go... Rrr. And then I use, like, the little tiny bits on the edge just to do the little, like, flicks of mud and everything. Yes, and I use it to brush my teeth, my microscopic teeth, because it's like... But it's so good. It's so good having just a super shit brush. Like, you just don't give a shit about it. I mean, like, when I first got it, like, I really took care of it, like, because I try to clean my brushes, like, as good as I possibly can, but obviously, eventually, like, you know, your brushes, they reach an end, you know, like, they just reach that point where it's like, no matter how much you wash it, no matter, like, if you use soap or not, if you really just rub it down and everything like that, you're not going to be able to save it. But yeah, that a couple of YouTubers that I've watched have always sort of said, like, hey, you know, if you've got, like, a shit brush, like, just keep it and use it. Like, you never know what you'll use it for. And I've never gotten a new one because it just works so well as a shade brush, as the the brush I use for my base, doing the basing and shit. Yeah. It's such a good life hack. Hey, like, it's so good. Man, I've been streaming for nearly an hour. I honestly thought this was going to be a 7 minutes one. Yeah, no, I can only imagine, like, if these cost, like, what, like, $5-10, a makeup brush, like, of that sort of caliber would probably be, like, what, like, $50 or some shit. I can't imagine, like, ruining that. Okay. I think I need to... might have gone a bit heavy on the blue. Shit! That's okay. It's okay, because you know what? Water is our friend. Water is indeed our friend. Okay, cool, and that's all dried. Sick. So see how the sword's like getting that real glow to it now? You can't really see it super well in the camera. But yeah, like he's pretty much done. Like nearly everything's dried. It looks a lot more lighter blue from my perspective, but on the camera it's like really dark. I don't know why, but yeah. And then usually whenever there's like I don't know, either like a mace or a sword or anything, what I like to do is one of my favorite technical paints. You gonna focus on me? Yes. Blood for the blood god! Skulls for the skull throne! Yes. Blood for the blood god. Can you guess what it is? Can you guess what this paint is? Can you just guess? Before I open it. Surely you know. Oh, it's so goopy. Where am I? This one, haha. All right. It is blood. Oh no, blood. And it's super thick blood. Nice thick goopy blood. So, because when I first started, I used actual paint to do my blood, which, you know what, like, honestly, I don't regret it, because it made my models look good, okay, at the time. I regret it now. I regret doing just Mephiston red for blood and Blood Angel's contrast for blood. But you know what? It looked good at the time, and I didn't know about blood for the blood god. So, hey, shit happens. And then, you're probably not going to be able to see it through the camera because it's probably going to be like way too dark. But I can see it. Then we just sort of get a bit messy with it. Make this sword my bitch. Okay. That should be about it. Alright. Okay, so see if you can focus. Come on. There we go. Okay, so you can kind of see it at the same time. Not really. It's like way too dark, but There's like thick little globulates of globulates of blood on there now. On his power sword. And yeah, so he's done. He's full blown done now. So yeah, I can't fucking remember what his name is for the life of me. But he's just the captain I like to use for my like normal Mark 9 Space Marine army. I have so many fucking Ultramarines, like, so I use this guy as my captain. $100, man. Like, I'm actually really stoked with how that turned out, you know. It's like, it's just super satisfying for me, you know, like, to just go over models that I painted, like, when I first started, and just sort of, like, fixing them up. Because it just makes me want to, like, use them more, you know, like, I mean, like, I'm just so stoked with him. I'm not gonna, don't really want to, come on, no? Yeah. Yeah, I'm really stoked with how that fix turned out. I feel like he's really high detail now. Like, I feel like I will use him. But yeah, so that was wow, that took me literally an hour. I honestly did not think this was going to take that long. I honestly thought this was going to take me like 5 seconds. God damn it. God damn it. But yeah, no. Super stoked with how he turned out. But yeah. Nice little thing, but yeah, I've had this whole idea about painting like my minis and shit for a little while, but yeah, I just sort of like got the whole inspiration to do it like in the past couple weeks, because I've just been getting right into painting and shit again, and I've been playing like whenever I'm bored and stuff, like I just play through Dawn of War and everything, and you know, fucking love Warhammer. It's just super relaxing, and I just listen to like the books, the audio books and stuff like that, and I just love it. It's super fun, super creative, and my favorite thing is when you've got a new model, you smash through it, and even if it's like a completely new race or a completely new like sub race of the race you already have or whatever, and it just looks sick, it's so satisfying. It is literally plastic crack. Like that, it's not just a meme. It's real. It's plastic crack. It's so addictive. And I love it. Probably for my next paint stream, like I'm gonna try to, every time I paint, just stream it. Like, I don't know, just so like, you know, see progress and all that sort of shit. The only thing I like, 'cause I do take like tips and everything like that, but in a lot of ways, like I like the way I do it. Like I love the Warhammer community, but I also fucking hate it because of how toxic it can be sometimes, you know. Like you'll see some people and like they just can't comprehend that you're not doing it right. You're doing it wrong. You should be doing it this way, not that way. Like, so like the way I paint, and a couple of my friends do paint this way, is I paint straight from the pot. I just, yeah, yeah. I've been, yeah. I always see that, and I'm like, I should probably do that. I should probably add that. But Yeah, you see people like go, what? You paint straight from the pop? Like, this is blasphemy. This is just so fucked. How could you do it like that? Like, but I mean, if it works, it works. Yeah, no, that's exactly right. Like if someone's just having fun and shit, like, just shut the fuck up. Like, you know what I mean? Like if I straight up turned to someone and said, hey, how do I do this? Like, fuck yeah, like, give me some advice. You know, like, if I, you know, or if I'm obviously getting frustrated and fucking up, hell yeah, give me advice. But if I'm like doing something and it's like, and I'm just happy, like, and it might not even, you might look at it and it might not look the best, you know, or it might not be working the best. But I'm happy, or you're happy, or whatever. It doesn't matter. It's like the whole, I don't know, it's probably nothing to do with it, but this comes to mind. If it's stupid, but it works, then it's not stupid. That always sticks to me. You know, because you got people that, like, yeah, like, there's, like, you know, taking shortcuts and shit like that. But I mean, like, yeah, it's just so true. There's nothing else to say about it. It's just, yeah. And fuck anyone who's going to be, like, super negative, especially, like, when people are new or whatever, you know? Like I said, like, one person on Reddit once made me, like, go, and it, like, fucking, like, really just bummed me out because I was really stoked about the painting. And it's, like, it's still out there. Like, I haven't fixed it up or anything, but I will eventually. So, because, yeah, it's, again, a really cool fucking model that I did edge highlighting. Yeah, well, that's right, you know, like, why? Why you gotta do that? You know, like, just fuck off. Just go joke it in the fucking corner and cry, fuck yeah, for making other people sad. Fuck them, man, fuck them. But, yeah, so next, so currently, with all my Warhammer, I have heaps of unpainted models, like absolutely heaps. It's actually quite shameful how many I have that aren't painted. I have Tau. I have what else do I have? Tau. I have more Space Marines. I have a couple of Sisters of Battle, major ones too, like it's Saint Celestine, which is a really fucking intense, detailed model, very small details, so I'm fucking dreading doing that. I also have a whole bunch of Age of Sigmar that I've got to do. Yeah, look. with Warhammer, it's so shit, like, because you're like, I want it to look so good, like, but, and then you make, like, the tiniest mistake, and it's like, fuck, like that's why I don't do faces. I just don't, like the most I'll do is, like, if they have a helmet on, I will paint their eyes and all that shit. But if they, if they just have a face or whatever, Fantasy Warhammer is absolutely sick. Like, I do love fantasy. The only thing I find about fantasy, though, alright, is the fact that, like, the details are just fucking next level. I have a whole bunch of Nighthorn out there, and I've finished them. And I love them because they're so, like, it's one of those quick ones, you just smash it out, and even the most simple shit just looks good. But I've got a whole bunch of Stormcast as well, and, you know, it's simple. Like, I just do the generic gold and blue, like, I just reckon it looks cool. But, you know, you just do that, but then there's, like, the little bags, and then there's the little emblems, and then there's the other little emblems on the ground, and then there's the fucking, oh god, like, I I just need to stop sucking and just paint them. I just need to shut the hell off and just paint them. But like eventually I want to get chaos, like the Slaves of Darkness chaos, because I've always loved Slaves of Darkness ever since I was younger. And I also really like the look of the Skaven, just Skaven Ratmen, like that's just fucking cool as. And I really want to get the newly announced vampires, as they just look fucking cool as. And I've got a whole bunch of like bells and shit for terrain and everything. But you want to like rage quit so hard sometimes. Like the amount of times I've just sat there and like, you know, you've done this like faces, not faces, skin color. Cause like I can make people really tanned. I can make people dark skinned, and it's so satisfying when you nail dark skin, like the African American skin tone or whatever, African skin tone. But and really pale, like sickly pale, that's super easy for me to do. But what I hate is just that generic white skin. It's so fucking hard. It is so fucking hard, like mixing it and everything. And it's like, honestly, like that's why because I really like I want to do so. Yeah, I'm just pure white, like, you know, I'm just fucking pale as hell, like, you know, like put a fucking blanket over me and I'll be the same shade. But yeah, it's just so hard painting just normal like white skin tones. And I have this Sister of Battle, because I love Sisters of Battle. Hey, that sickly, ghostly pale. That's the way to go, you know. Goth boy alive. Got. Yeah, I had a Sister of Battle, and it was like one of my favorite models. And it just looked so fucking cool. It's just a standard battle sister, but she was a sister superior, so it was like a special model. Oh, dude, literally, I burst into flames. Yeah, like every time I'm gonna be out in the sun, it's just like, no, I don't like this. I don't like this at all. Winter just needs to hurry the fuck up and come back. There's only so many minis I can paint to avoid the sun. But yeah, like you do so many layers of like skin, and then it just becomes this big like, and it just looks so stupid, and you just. I think that was the closest I ever came to rage quitting, but I went, nope, I'm gonna finish this. I finished it. Doesn't look too bad, but it definitely could be better. It definitely could be better. But yeah, no. So next up, the next models I'll be painting are actually just there on my finger. There's one that's already painted, and that's the where is it? Hang on. I'll show you. Because one other thing, because one of the main reasons why I love 40K is because of the lore. Like, I've always loved the lore. And because I've got a whole bunch of friends that want to learn 40K, and I was like, okay, well, what can I do to like get a simple squad, like just sort of squad versus squad. And I love the look of 30K Space Marines, so I bought just some Mark III tactical Space Marines, and I painted. There's a whole bunch of Ultramarines up there because I love the Ultramarines. And then my favorite Chaos Legion is the Word Bearers. So yeah, so the next thing I'm going to be painting is another one of these guys. Just to, you know, I'm really unco. So yeah, like the pauldrons and everything, all of like the little words and everything. If you want to get into like the whole lore of Warhammer, especially like Horus Heresy, if you haven't got Audible already, seriously, go on Audible, get the free book or whatever, and get The First Heretic. It is such an amazing book, and so I have always liked the Chaos Space Marines and everything like that, but it was more so like a, oh yeah, they're cool sort of a thing. But now, ever since I listened to that book, like, I fucking love the Word Bearers. I love their Primarch Lorgar. I love their whole premise behind why they turned to Chaos and why they are the first heretics. And it's just, it's like a 13-hour, 16-hour book, but honestly, I fucking loved it. It was amazing. Like, literally, whenever I'm just painting, like if I'm gonna be painting and not stream, I'm just gonna be listening to audiobooks. There are some fucking amazing Warhammer audiobooks. Like, some of them have literally just blown my mind, like, at how amazing they are. Saint Celestine, the book about Hirsch, that's amazing. What else? There's heaps. The Nexus, it's a whole bunch of books put into one. There's also Red and Black. It's like I think that's what it's called. It's a Sisters of Battle story. It only goes for an hour, but it's so fucking good. Like, seriously, get into the books. If you don't want to read it, I fucking don't read. Just get the audiobooks. They are amazing. And there's also, if you ever like, you don't want to listen to a fucking 13-hour book and you just want to like look into like 40K lore, One Mind Syndicate on YouTube, amazing, because he's all about canon. He's all about like being canon. He looks into like the books. He looks into old codexes, old rule books, old no longer canon, like just everything, and his knowledge of it is just like it's through the roof. And honestly, like, if you ever like I always say to people when they say to me like, how do I know what race to choose, like, I always tell people, go by what one you think is cool, you know. But also, like, if you want to, like, look into their lore, because you'll find out cool shit. Like I said, like, I fucking love the Word Bearers now, and they're 100% my favorite Chaos Legion. I love the Necrons now. I never used to love Necrons, but I love Necrons now. Eldar, I used to think they were a bunch of pussies, but now I fucking love them. I love the Eldar now. And same with like Imperial Guard. I love the Imperial Guard as well. The Inquisition. I just love it all. I fucking love it all, man. It's so good, man. I'm just full geeking out over here. I'm sorry. I just love 40K. It's so good. Alright. It is, what the fuck? It is literally 12 o'clock at night. This stream went on for way long. Hey, like, it's honestly, like, with 40K, picture Star Wars and fucking Lord of the Rings had a baby. That's how I just picture it. But yeah, like, D&D lore is also fucking cool too. I really want to get into D&D. A whole bunch of my workmates at JB want to get into it. We've all got the starter kits, but we just need to just sit down one day and fucking make a party and, like, learn how to fucking do it. Oh god. I've been talking too much. I'm fucking losing my voice. Yeah, no, it is very hard locally. Like, there's barely anyone here that does it. And when they do, like, they have their own select little fucking groups and shit, and it's just like, oh, okay. Or I find you meet them and you're like, yeah, cool, man. And, like, you'll be talking to them, and then, like, you'll be like, yeah, like super keen, and then like you just find out that they're just wankers, and you're just like, oh, okay, well, I don't really want to talk to you anymore. I don't really like you anymore. Yeah, I'll message you. Yes. There's a lot of that, especially in like gaming sort of groups. It sucks. Like, you know, it's like even a lot of the local, like I remember when Game Traders was around, you know, like you know, when people would be like playing Magic or Yu-Gi-Oh or like whatever the fuck was going on in that games room. What the fuck, you work there? What? True. Fuck. I never saw you in there. What the fuck? Oh, I was Devo. I was Devo when that shut. Like, when that shop shut. Like, I was full Devo. But I always used to hate like a lot of some of the people in there. You'd go in there, whether it be just to play Smash Bros, Mortal Kombat, or even just like check out fucking like just some of the games that they were playing. Yeah, like even like the D&D shit. Some of the people in there like would just look at you like, what the fuck are you doing here? Like, and you're like, man, come on. I spent so much fucking money there. Like, it was just, man. Yeah, I just like I remember one of my favorite memories there was I can't remember what their names were, but the owners. So I used to go in there, and whenever they had like real cool Zelda merch, I just fanboy over it like real hard. And it was around the time when the Majora's Mask remake was coming out, and I think it was about that. I asked them if they had any like cool Majora's Mask merch, and yeah, same, like legit. I fucking love anything Majora's Mask, anything Ocarina of Time. But yeah, I asked them, hey, like, do you have any cool like Majora's Mask merch? Like, secretly hoping they knew where I could buy a Majora's Mask, which I do have now, which I'm fucking stoked. I've had it for a couple of years, and I can't remember which it was, the lady or the guy that owned it. I can't remember their names, but they always knew. Like I was a Zelda guy, so whenever Zelda shit came in, they'd always say, "Hey, we got this." I was super stoked about that. Anyways, I asked them about that question, and like, oh, I don't really know. Oh, hang on a minute, and then they just walked out the back, and I was like, oh, okay, like what's going on here? And I was just like, oh, they're just gonna look up something, they're going to find a place where I can go, or they're just going to bring one of the other stores. And they come back out and they've got this thing in their hand, and they plump it on the counter, and it's a fucking Skull Kid First for Figures figurine. And I was just like, what? And I was like low-key mad, because I thought they were just like bringing it out just to kind of like rub it in, like just be like, we got this and you don't, like, fuck you, oh, check this out. And like I was like, oh, that's so fucking cool. And I was yeah literally, and I was so jealous. And this is where you're gonna get a kicker out of this. I was like, oh my god, that's so cool. And they're like, yeah, it is really cool, but it's broken though, like this little bit on the back's come off. And I was like, oh man, that sucks. Yeah, I was like, oh man, I'd love to have something like that. Like, I'll have to find one day. And he goes, well, $50? And I'm like, what? He's like, it's yours for $50. And I was like, no way. Are you fucking kidding me? And he's like, no, I'm being like full legit. I'm being full legit. And I think it was the dude. It was the dude, because I remember he asked his misso, "Is it okay if we sell this?" And she was like, "Yeah, go for it. Like, take it. If you like, we know how much you love Zelda. Take it. I know, and we know that's your favorite like one." And I was like, "No way! Like, I can't accept this. I literally cannot accept this. This is way too cool." And they're like, no, just take it. Like, we know it'll be a good home to you. And I was like, oh my God. Yeah, literally, they were amazing. Like, I think one of my favorite things about game shows, like, apart from, like, you know, you get all the random games that like nobody really played, you get all the merch, you get all the cosplay, even just from like the real shitty just like candy lolly merch, or like the kitty whatever, like that was all cool and shit. But my favorite thing was, like, used to see people there that like didn't have a lot of friends, you know, like they didn't get out much, and they had this safe space, and they could do what they love. They could play Yu-Gi-Oh! They could play Magic. They could paint their minis. They could, yeah, like it was just, it was so cool to see that. And I remember, because like around when they like I was still in school and everything, and I remember in like my last few years, like of school, like obviously you'd go in there and you'd see some of the kids from they didn't have many friends, and they just sort of hang out by themselves at lunch. You always felt real sorry for them, because it's like, oh man, like, you know, it's just they've got anxiety, or I don't know, or maybe they've been really bullied in the past, so they just don't trust anyone. But yeah, you'd go there after school, like just having a sauce, or you'd be walking past or whatever, and you'd look in that big room, or they'd have like the whole hallway there. Yeah. Oh man. Oh. But like, it was just super cool, because you saw like people who didn't have many friends and shit, and they had friends, and it was like they met all these people through there, and like they had a safe place, and they could talk like, hey, check out like this card I got. Hey, like, have you seen this random game, like, you know, that no one's heard of? And like they just, it was, and you'd see them smile and just be like super stoked on life. I was just like, oh man, like, and you can tell that while they're at school, like they just wanted to hurry the fuck up and finish school and just get there. And like, it was just so fucking cool, man. Like, it actually made me smile so much. Like man. So I remember a friend of mine had there was a Mortal Kombat tournament, and he won. And it was just like so cool. Like, there was just that unity there, and man, like, I haven't seen that like sort of cool like just togetherness in gaming since then. Like, there was that other shop, I can't remember for the life of me what it was called, that one where Bell's Inc. used to be, and all they did was sell board games and stuff. It really has. There's like, I just find, yeah, like, I don't know, so many people that are into the games have just got like these huge egos, and like even just fucking like even with multiplayer games nowadays, like, you could literally pick up a game, you've never played it in your life, you've never played anything like it in your life, and you know, you'll play the campaign or whatever, and then yeah, exactly, and you get on there, and you might be completely brutally honest, hey guys, I'm brand new, I just finished the campaign or whatever, I know nothing, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. And yeah, and it's super rare for someone to be, hey, no worries, man, you just got to do this and that. No worries if you fuck up, just chill. Now it's like, fuck you, kill yourself. And it's like, what the fuck, man? Like fucking I remember like when Shadowlands came out for WoW, like it was like, fuck, like not even yeah, like literally it doesn't matter what the fuck you do. There's always toxic people, and it's shit. Like in Shadowlands, the expansion came out like 2 days, 3 days prior, you know? And I remember I had just hit 60 or whatever, and I was doing the very first dungeon or something, like, and it was just to do a quest. And like I straight up said, I've not done this dungeon. Please help me, you know? And I always play tank. So I just, I'm always, just go in. But I also take it slow so I can learn and shit. And man, I copped it so fucking hard. And like literally, you got to defend yourself. So I'm just like, dude, what the fuck? Like, come on. Like the expansion came out 2 days ago. Like, I work, man. I haven't been on here like every single day since. Like, I've only just started here. Like, just help me out. But when you do find those helpful people, like, they're fucking awesome, man. There's too few of them, and you've always got. I always try to be that guy, like, Never help what bad since. Yeah. Fuck yeah. Like, I only started playing again last year. Towards like when the Zoff, whatever the fuck it's called, Battle for the Zoff, whatever, hentai realm came out. And yeah, even then, man, like people weren't fucking helpful. Like you, even if like I know looking for raid is toxic as fuck, but like you do looking for raid, and people as soon as you got up to Nazoth, people would say, "Hey, has anyone done this?" And a lot of people would go, "No, never." And like, yeah, like once you learn everything, yeah, literally, everyone just wants to be the best, and it's always competitive. But you just, as soon as you say I'm new, they kick you out, or they just don't give a shit. Like, fuck you, die. Also, you're not getting the loot. Like, I remember, because I used to play WoW when Burning Crusade Black Temple first came out, and the whole game is changed so much. Like, I remember when you did a dungeon, a dungeon could take a couple hours, because you had to, even the most simple dungeon, you had to stand there with your whole crew. You had you had the tank, you had the DPS and everything. I learned my streaming and everything. I know my hands. Yeah, that's right. Hey, I mean, hey, you're doing a good job, because like it's 12. So you're doing good. You're doing real good. But yeah, like they just don't. I sound like such a boomer, but they just don't do it the way they used to. Get off my lawn, kids. Back in my day, we only had a tank, a DPS, a DPS, and a healer. Also, people used to sneak off into the bushes and look at themselves. Yeah. Yeah. It gets worse. Look, I don't think it can get much worse than working retail during COVID. Hey, Justin. It gets worse. They don't do things the same way anymore. 5G isn't a problem. Shut up, Karen. Shut up, Abigail. Just buy the damn phone. Kids these days. Oh God, I could go on about retail for hours and hours and hours. But look, I am literally about to fucking just cark it. I think it's safe to say the paint screen. Paint screen works. Obviously, no green screen for this shit. The only thing is, with this table, got to work out what the fuck I'm gonna do with the green screen. It should be right. I should just be able to like put it here and hopefully it'll still work and shit. Just maybe a couple of these paints might show up. But yeah, I'm going to bounce. Yeah, so hey, like I said before, seriously, if you want to get into lore and shit, check out the Audible books. First Heretic, amazing. Or even just like Nexus and a whole bunch of starter ones. Like, they're amazing ways to get into it. One Mind Syndicate for just random lore videos. Midwinter Minis, they do an awesome learn how to play Warhammer video. Awesome just straight up content to give you like examples on how to play. And it's super quick too. And he paints some really cool minis. And yeah, so it'll either be I don't know. It's kind of random at this point, like fucking painting now or gaming. I don't know. I've got a couple spooky games lined up. I got a couple of just fun nostalgic games lined up. I got heaps of shit lined up. I just do it when I can. The band is going really intense, so I probably won't stream for a little bit. It's a very busy weekend for me, doing lots of band promo shit, doing lots of work shit, doing lots of Valentine's Day shit, doing lots of fucking just shit, just doing lots of shit. It's fucking busy. I'm already tired just thinking about it. I even have to work tomorrow night, and it's just like, fuck me. But hey, thanks guys for hanging around and like having a chat. Thanks to everyone who watched, checked it out, helped me test out this stream. That scared the fuck out of me. If you want to watch old streams that I've done in the past, jump on my YouTube channel. I upload my streams pretty well straight away for all to see. I wasn't going to upload this one, but hey, you know what? Fuck it. I'll upload it. And yeah, hopefully we'll be painting again soon and doing some word bearers. So we'll get into chaos. Alright. Good night, guys. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite. And keep away from the crazy mofos that don't know how to wear a fucking mask and sneeze everywhere. Alright. Night, guys. Have a good one.